What's going on, people? What is going on as you are now tuning into the Heavy Hitters? Let's get it. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something ain't right here. Does Mike look very depressed over here? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? As you already know, these are your boys, the Heavy Hitters, on a Heavy Hitter Wednesday. I am your host, Six Man K Styles, aka the new camera in the building. To the stage left, we have a very depressed Mike. Not bad Mike, but a very depressed Mike. You don't know what happened. It just came out of nowhere. Down at the below, you got the minister. Jew, talk, wars. As we already know, division game number 2 this Sunday. If y'all didn't see if y'all just now catching what we did, let me go ahead and put it right back up. So, before we get into that, we got 3 special words that we give to the people. It is the real roll call. In today's roll call, we got Terry Martin, Joseph Thornton, got Juan in the building, Big Ant, Bubba Gump, Arius, Pat Norris, Pamela Johnson. We got Michael Walker, the other Michael Walker, John Higgins, Raheem DeVere, Peoples, Blackberry, King, ATL Leo, E, Saint 16, Cody, Eric Mack, Kojak Nantucket, Bobby Boy Zone 3, D Coleman, D Sloan, I could have said Blackberry, Nathan Floyd. Just gonna let y'all know, man, we're about to cut this off in 3, 2. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We have we might need to have a therapy session here right quick because I see a very Darth Vader-ish ass Mike over here today. What's going on, man?
As you guys know, I get a lot of hate mail. I get a lot of people, just saying crazy shit to me. Just basically, you can only take so much. A man can only take so much, and to kind of compound that, to add to that a bit. The Falcons just like they don't get no love from nobody. Like the national media, it's like they all don't matter if we 4-0, 15-0, 16-0. These guys just get no love. And like, quite honestly, man, it can kind of weigh on your mental a bit. So I made a decision that's going to affect everybody. And that decision is I'm giving up the channel. Giving it up because I don't see any light. I just don't see any light. I don't see any reason to keep doing it. Nobody believe in us. And like I said, they always coming at me trying to say that, you know, Mike, why are you so positive? Why are you always doing, you know, positive content when we freaking suck? And quite frankly, I'm to the point where I'm just like, yeah, why am I doing this shit? Why am I doing this shit? So yeah, I'm gonna give it up. I'm giving it up, but under one condition. Put up that graphic case now.
Put it back up.
Yeah. How many people are right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it up if the Falcons get blown out. You have nobody that believe in the Atlanta Falcons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only one person believes in the Atlanta Falcons. So yeah, Man Mike is going to give up the channel if they blow us out. If we absolutely lay a freaking egg against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Man Mike is giving up the channel. I'm giving it up. Isaiah Oliver, Deion Jones. Deion Jones is out. We got Grady Jarrett. We got Marcus Mariota. We got Kyle Pitts. If they blow us out with this team that is currently 2-2, giving it up. I'm giving it up. I believe in my Falcons so much, I'm willing to tell you guys right now, if they blow us out, you will never see Mad Mike again. If they score 40 points, 50 points on this thing, I'm giving it up. Our boys are here to stay. All you haters, put up that damn graphic. One more again. Nobody believes in that team. Everybody got 34, 28, 29, 30, 34, 30, 26, 31, 30. You see what I'm talking about? So if we get blown out by Tampa Bay by 40 points, you right here, I'm telling you right now, you'll never see me again. That ain't happening. Our boys have turned the corner. This is a new team. This is a new era. And guess what? You better get on board right now or your ass gonna get left behind. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, get the hat back on, so now we back to business. That was a little.
Y'all thought I was gonna leave for real, then y'all. Y'all thought it. I know y'all thought it. Y'all thought I was gonna leave for real. Get my loud mouth behind. Come on, baby. Y'all know me better than that.
Exactly. Hey, Grant Jamal with the $10 super chat basically said Halloween approaching. Man might already dressed up early like the Undertaker or J-Rock.
Hey, I put. Oh man, hey man.
Ephraim Jones.
Ain't nobody.
Ephraim Jones said,
I got some people on that.
Said, me too,
Not
Mike.
everybody.
I'll give up my channel too. Man, please. Please, Mike, if you gave up your channel, man, these folks be looking for somebody. Ain't nobody out here these folks really care about. And Fred Butts here said we are winning with the $2 super chat. Said we are winning Sunday 30-20. But
oh my goodness.
Hey, look, Devon said, you can't pull up the jacket.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Hey, look. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell everybody this before we get to the 3 keys, man. Damn, hold on. My bad, y'all.
Oh man.
I had my headphones had me looking like a pineapple for a second. Let me play one clip for y'all.
Oh man.
One clip.
Oh gosh.
One clip. You don't mind if I play one clip, do you?
As long as you don't get us demonetized, go ahead.
Oh no. We good. Nah, we ain't putting no X video clips up here. They don't need to be seeing that. No. Y'all ready? That's all that got to be said right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all got to be said. What has been the main phrase of this channel and this group for the last 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the Atlanta Falcons page using it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got a $1.99 super chat from Calvin Gotti that said even undisputed bypass is to talk about Brady. Oh man, look. But let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We're gonna get into these 3 keys, man. As y'all already know, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As you've seen the graphic, we are officially a 8.5 underdog, which means I'm good with that. That's what I want. And we're going to let the minister bless us with his key to victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Jew, you take point, man. What you got for us?
You already know, man. 3 keys to victory. The first key to victory, win the turnover battle. If you guys have been watching this Falcons team this season, I believe when I looked up the stats for this Falcons team, I believe we're top 5 in takeaways. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But this team is taking that football away, and that's something that's huge for this Atlanta Falcons team. If you guys looked at the last game, the first turnover in the game, Hawkins hits Njoku, ball pops out. We get the ball on the short field. Cordell Patterson turns the corner, scores the first touchdown of the game. So that's going to be my key to this game. You know you're not going to stop or shut down Tom Brady or the Bucs offense. But if you can take the ball away, to me, that's been the saving grace for this Atlanta Falcons team is win the turnover battles. When we don't turn it over and when we turn the other team over and put our team on a short field, give Marcus Mariota and that offense more opportunities to score the ball. And because we know we're going to run the ball and we're a physical offense, you keep Tom Brady and that offense on the sideline and you shorten the game. You give them less opportunities to possess the ball. You take away that juggernaut of an offense, even though this year the Bucs have looked terrible on offense. So I don't know why the point spread is what it is. And that's kind of what Mike was alluding to. But I realize, I believe in this game, if you win the turnover battle in this game, you look at pretty much all of the games that we played, we could easily be 4-0. What's really held us back is losing the turnover battle or crucial turnovers in the red zone. Marcus Mariota early in that Saints game, when we could have took a huge lead, fumbles in the red zone trying to stretch out for a first down that he already had, and just basically self-inflicted wounds in a lot of these games. So if we win the turnover battle in this game, I really think that we'll beat the Buccaneers. I do think that other than the Buccaneers, I really think the Buccaneers are not taking this Falcons team lightly. I think the media is focusing in on this is Tom Brady, but I don't think that they're focusing in on what I always talk about with chemistry. I really think that that's what's hurting this Bucs team more than the injuries is he's never played with Julio Jones. He's never played with Russell Gage and a lot of the guys that they have on that offense. He doesn't have guys that he's familiar with like Gronk, like AB, guys he's played with in the past. So I really think in this game, the Falcons have a really good chance of taking the ball away, whether it's Grady Jarrett, who's been a man amongst boys as far as he coming away with a strip sack, whether it's Richie Grant, Hawkins, one of these guys, D. Alford coming away with a pick, Hayward. I believe AJ Terrell haven't got a pick so far this year. So this could be the game where you see AJ Terrell get a pick. I wouldn't be surprised because we know Brady's going to try to force the ball to Evans. And if they match AJ Terrell the way that they matched him up on Amari Cooper, I think you can see AJ Terrell get his first pick of the season. But one thing that I like about this Falcons team is it's not one guy that you can focus in on. Like they really don't have a guy that's really like the weak link in that secondary. That was one of the reasons I said going into the season, and we talked about it, that our secondary was going to be, the best unit. If you look, it's spread out across the board. D. Alford has a pick. Richie Grant has a pick. Casey Hayward has a pick. So the only guy that hasn't gotten an interception so far this season is AJ Terrell. He had his hands on one in the end zone against the Rams when they tried to throw it to Cooper Kupp, but it's not really somebody that you can really key in. And we know that Tom Brady, I always talk about it. He's going to look at that tape, turn on that Falcons film, go in the film room, and he's going to look for the weak link. And really, I think on our defense, we know what a weak link is. It's the middle of the field with the linebackers. So I don't know if Isaiah Oliver is going to play, but I did a video right before the show, and I talked about it. Isaiah Oliver could be the guy that you put in the middle of the field in those big nickel situations, dime situations. Take one of those linebackers that can't cover off the field, drop down Isaiah Oliver in the box, and let him cover the tight ends. Let him cover the running backs out of the backfield. So this could be one of those games where you could see something special and you could see a wrinkle we haven't seen all season. So I'm very excited about this game.
Who I thought? What don't say that again?
Yeah, I said it. Your boy Isaiah Oliver's back, man. If he plays in this game, I can lick my chops, bro. I hope please. I don't know if that's what Dean Pease got up his sleeve.
Around in Michael Jackson concerts, they're gonna be.
Yeah, man. I hope you see it.
Oliver, man.
Yeah, I hope you see it. But that's pretty much my key is take the ball away. If you take the ball away in this game, I think we got a chance. And the Buccaneers have been turning it over, and they've been sloppy all year. So this Falcons team, what they say, turnovers come in bunches, and we've been seeing that the last couple games with the Falcons.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to Rakondo, man. He just did a live before us. So y'all definitely make sure y'all go and recap over there. He gave us some great thought and insight as well, man. But kind of like you said about the turnover battle, I'm just looking up some stuff right here. Y'all don't mind if I pull something up right quick, do you?
Oh, do your thing.
Okay, let's pull up a little something here. And it goes right into what you was talking about as far as the takeaways. So Falcons literally are up there 7th in takeaways with almost 2 a game. I didn't want to hold on. Let me go ahead and zoom in on that for a second, y'all. My bad. All right. Did that look a little bit better?
Yes.
Yes. So very interesting. But our turnover margin, but just like Drew said, our turnover margin is pretty bad too. So it's really literally at the bottom of the league. I just, like I said, that's what I was doing. I was doing a little tinkering and looking at stuff. But yeah, I definitely do agree with you. Ain't no ifs, ands, or says, buts about it.
Mm-mm. It's been a while since we had that. The defensive coordinator that preaches and it actually shows. Dan Quinn preached it, but it didn't show. And those are the things we're talking about with Dean Pease. Dean Pease doesn't call defenses just to be stopping the run or stopping the pass. He calls defense to help players make plays. That's why you see guys like Michael Walker, D. Alford, AJ Terrell in certain situations when they decide they want to throw to him without running picks. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you ain'ts. Y'all ran picks all damn game, all 4 quarter, the pick on them because Mr. I'm hurt again, Mike Thomas, he can't create separation. So those are the things I'm talking about. What Dean Pease that he brings to this team is that it's like he preaches turnovers, and you're actually seeing these guys get turnovers, man.
Hey man, that like you said, you folks ain't shit, bro. Bro, people say, K Styles, get the graphics. Oh man. I definitely appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Jamal came with another one too, said Rashad Evans got to pick off Mark Ingram as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they are getting the turnovers, but it's kind of like with the Detroit Lions, like they lead the league in scoring per game with 35.
Mm-hmm.
But they've allowed 36 points per game.
Right.
First in scoring and last in getting scored on. So
right. So
boy. I'm glad that's not us.
So yeah, so pretty much what we're saying is like the turnovers are momentum, those are momentum shifting plays. And it's not only just turnovers, but getting turnovers and capitalizing on them. That's where we have to be at. Hello. 90 Babes says Marcus has beaten Brady twice with bad receivers and a bad O-line. And definitely shout out to Lyric's mom who gave us the graphic. So y'all get y'all she's on the she's on the Stacy Keebler side of the game with that graphic.
Yeah.
But definitely appreciate that, man. So yeah, we all in agreement that where you be like, Atlanta Falcons, get the ball.
Get the damn ball.
Get the damn ball. Protect the damn ball. Hey man, hey, shout out to the lady, the ladies in here, the female Falcon fans in here.
Absolutely.
Got Asia in the building, Bridget, Lyrics, Mom. Let's make sure y'all throw some flowers in for the ladies, man. This is what we do right here. This is what we do over here, man. So I'm gonna go next with mine. Oh man, we got a $10 super chat from Delilah. She said just supporting the channel. We definitely appreciate you. And like I said, if you want some gaming, if you want to see some female gamers, you go check her channel out too. So definitely shouts out. Yeah, give flowers to the ladybird, not the ladybirds. We're gonna call them the queen, the queen falcons. We're gonna give them to them. So one of these days, one of these days, y'all asses gonna get on here with one of us and talk football.
Right.
So yeah, y'all better be prepared. Okay, so I'm gonna give my take next. No, you know what? No, Mike, we're gonna let you get your take next because I think your take is actually gonna set up to what we talk about. So, Mike, your key to victory.
Well, my key to victory is basically this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we do.
With a man and a move, and I'm up in the club. This is how we
do. That's exactly it. All right. I knew he was going to catch on. So basically, this is how we do is we're talking about our secondary. Hopefully, if everything goes the way that I expect, with Isaiah Oliver, I think we're going to see really how this secondary gets down because we got a lot of playmakers on this team right now, and we about to show the world this is how we do it. Contain that short passing game with Isaiah Oliver over the middle because a lot of our passes that quarterbacks have been completing has been over the middle, and that's something that we know that Isaiah Oliver is an extension of a safety. He actually played safety in the preseason. Free safety, strong safety, a little bit more strong safety than free safety, but we know that he can shut down one particular area for me, area that has been problematic this season is the left side of the defense, the right side of the offense, in that area where teams just consistently go at a guy like Rashaan Evans and in certain situations Michael Walker. But that area that I've seen thus far this season is something that I think you put Isaiah Oliver in that position where he's taking care of that spot. Again, the left side of the defense, the right side of the offense, that seam route. I know Isaiah Oliver is a tall guy, and Tom Brady is already struggling right now with a shoulder injury. What is being the rumors are it's a rotator cuff, so I don't know how the extent of the damage to his shoulder, but we do know that is an issue. Also, fingers. That's going to be something to keep an eye on, and I think the Atlanta Falcons, if Tom Brady doesn't have a lot on that a lot on his passes, man, it's going to be a long day for the Bucs, man, because we've seen their wide receivers. Julio Jones is a shell of himself. I actually don't like to see that. I really do think he's one of the greatest receivers of all time, and I don't like to see legends, like not themselves. It just doesn't sit well with me. But Julio Jones is shelling himself. Mike Evans, is I think he's a little bit like if it was. Am I wrong for thinking this? But Mike Evans seems a little bit temperamental this year. A little bit more temperamental. I don't know what's that about. Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. Obviously, we had Cole Beasley just come out of nowhere and say, "Well, I'm playing with Tom Brady, but I quit. I'm going home to watch my babies and be with my wife." So they got some problems there. So the short passing game, Falcons, if they want to win, I don't think they have enough to beat the Falcons deep. So contain the short passing game with our inside linebackers as well as our slot corners, D. Alford and Isaiah Oliver. But I think for the most part, Isaiah Oliver will be on the pitch count. So we'll see how that goes. But containing the short passing game for the Atlanta Falcons is absolutely paramount.
Mike, let's just be real. That's all Tampa Bay. That's all Tom Brady does anyway.
Right.
But the thing is, like you said, it's not so you gotta contain it. Like I said, so do you expect to see? So, Jude, this will be my question for you as far as what Mike is saying. So, do you expect the Falcons to play a little bit more man coverage, kind of physical, try to disrupt the timing of those short passes? Give the pass rushers an opportunity to try to get to the quarterback?
I think in this game, you have to mix up your coverages. To be honest, you can't give Tom Brady the same dose of anything. Like, you can't continue to run man, press man. You got to mix it up with Tom Brady. You got to heat him up in this game, meaning bring the blitz on certain plays. And that's why I think having a guy like Isaiah Oliver is important, or even the guys that we've had that's been playing. We know Isaiah Oliver's a great tackler, great at blitzing and coming off the edge. But I think in this game, you got to send blitzes, from everywhere, because one thing that I noticed about Tom Brady in this Bucs offense, he doesn't trust these guys yet. He doesn't trust Russell Gage. These are not your, Rob Gronkowski. These are not the guys that he's played with, and he trusts the Wes Welkers. And we keep talking about it. Chemistry. He doesn't have the chemistry with these guys. That's why you're seeing interceptions. You're seeing him throw the ball behind people. You're seeing him overthrow people because he doesn't have the chemistry with these guys. We keep harping on Marcus Mariota, and Mike always keeps saying it. He's been saying it since week 1. This is a whole new team. It's the same thing with the Buccaneers. This is not the Buccaneers team that won that Super Bowl 2 years ago. A lot of these guys he's not familiar with. Cole Beasley, he wasn't familiar with him. He was thrown in. Russell Gage, he's not familiar with him. So I think in this game, as far as the Falcons, I say mix your coverages up. Don't give them a steady dose of nothing. And that's why I think was the best thing we did in that last game was you have to make adjustments. You have to make adjustments in the NFL. That's what we seen in the last game with the Caleb Huntley getting in the game in the second half. You got to mix it up because these guys are too smart. You have those tablets on the sideline for a reason. And these offensive mind and defensive minds are too smart. They're going to make adjustments throughout the game. So this coaching staff, to me, the biggest difference I see from this regime into the last regime is that they make halftime adjustments. They make adjustments on the fly. I think that's the biggest adjustment that I've seen with our coaching staff, and it's working. They're not afraid to bench a player. They're not afraid to throw in a guy that hasn't played the whole game. We've seen Nate Landman all of a sudden is out there on the field. You see Troy Anderson all of a sudden is in on a certain package. That throws the opponent off because they're like, okay, what is he coming in the game to do? You see what I'm saying? So I think that's huge in this game, that you mix it up. Don't do all man. Don't run just a zone. You got to keep mixing it up because Tom Brady is a guy, he's been in the league too long. He's seen every different coverage. So if you just say, well, we're going to just run man the whole game, eventually he's going to figure it out. But if you keep mixing it up, don't give him a steady diet of nothing. So he ain't going to know what's coming. Keep him on his toes. Keep that offensive line, because we've heard DMP say also with those blitz packages, he's like, it's not really about the quarterback. It's about the offensive line. Do they know who to pick up, in the blitz, who to drop off, who to double team, and that's when you can, throw them off. And I think with the Bucs, we know their offensive line is, right now is really banged up. So the only guy that I really believe in on their offensive line is Tristan Wirfs. Other than that, they center, Jensen got hurt for the year. I think their 2 guards are new. So they got a lot of young guys on the offensive line and guys that are not familiar, with each other. So because they're kind of right now they're struggling to try to find their niche and they're struggling to gel. I think we'll be able to take advantage of that as well because like I said, we've seen this defensive line, Taquan Graham. I don't know if you guys got to see that breakdown with Baldy with Taquan Graham.
yeah.
These guys, y'all got to check it out, man. This defensive line is looking
Yeah,
really
I'll upload that. I'll upload that for them tonight. I'll make sure they get that.
But I got a question though. When the hell did Cole Beasley sign with the Buccaneers? Because I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, huh?
He only played one game, bro. He only played one game
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
He got cut a couple of weeks ago, and they picked him up, but it was quick.
Boy, that was one of those side chick signings right there, boy. We were like, oh, wait a minute, don't let him know.
he played one game, and you know how they joked us about Goldman retirement. The Saints was getting on that. Goldman retired. This man played one game with the Bucs and said, "I had enough of that."
I saw the thing. I like Cole Beasley retired for the Buccaneers. I'm like, no, did he get the Tampa?
Then
they threw in the little thing at the end and said he wants to be a father and a husband to his family. I'm like,
that. I was like,
wow, y'all petty.
That's cool, man.
Y'all is petty. But my man, John, I just see everybody talk about Cole Beasley. It just threw me all out of whack. Like, but yeah, like you said with Taquan Graham, and definitely going off of that Baldy breakdown stuff too. This is definitely a perfect game for Abdullah Anderson to take over because what is Tom Brady's number one weakness when he's on the field?
He does not like inside pressure.
Yeah.
At all.
Booyah. Booyah. He don't like pressure in his face. Just make sure you wear some divorce paper mask and rush the pass up the middle.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Just get Xerox a bunch of copy of divorce paper documents and put them on your face mask and just rush the pass.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to. But yeah, like I'm looking at this comment right here. B-Po said, I bet Brady left a shit ton of texts and voice messages for Gronk begging his ass to come back.
He might have just beat up as everybody else too.
Exactly. But I mean, last week's game for him was kind of a telltale sign because the Buccaneers against Kansas City had 376 total yards. 373 of those yards was in the air. That's why his shoulder jacked up. That motherfucker threw almost 60 passes.
Oh yeah.
But
that O-line is jacked up, man. I just don't see how they'll be able to consistently hold back the Atlanta Falcons because one thing too that the Atlanta Falcons have been doing, they give up a ton of I don't even think they give up a ton of passing yards. I think the issue with the Falcons playing both Jacoby Brissett and Geno Smith is that it's a high volume of short passes that tend to get completed by the Atlanta Falcons, but that's the design of DNP defense. He doesn't give up a lot of deep passes. Defenses don't give up a lot of so it can play. It could actually play into the Atlanta Falcons' hand because it's something that DNPs wants to do. That's the design of his defense to give up short passes. He does not want his guys to give up big plays. They want him to make big plays. So tackling, I think, one thing to keep an eye on for the Atlanta Falcons is that I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to have a successful time sending a lot of their wide receivers to the sideline with a lot of big hits. But those guys are already jacked up, and I just don't think of a consistent, amount of times, especially during the game, those hits pile up, especially with a defense like the Atlanta Falcons. Those guys like to run and they like to hit. Guys like Jalen Hawkins, that dude, he likes to hit people. Jalen Hawkins likes to hit people. Rashawn Evans likes to hit people. T1000 likes to hit people. Richie Grant, those guys like to hit people. We already know Grady Jarrett is an animal. Abdullah Anderson has been playing out of his mind right now. Taquan Graham is becoming the guy that I thought we all hoped he would, and he playing out of his mind right now. So those short passes are going to play right into our hands. I think we're going to see a lot of wide receivers and running backs going in and out of the game, and they're going to be rotating the hell out of their wide receivers in this game, man. And the Falcons are going to run, and they're going to hit, and they're going to gang tackle. And we got one of our best tacklers possibly suiting up, coming back in Isaiah Oliver. So it's going to be interesting to see how that match up.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's going to lead to the final key of the night, which is my key to victory tonight.
Oh, okay.
And my key is be like 3-6 Mafia.
I already know it. I think I know where you're going with this.
I want to see if the people get the reference. I want to see what the people thinking, what I'm thinking when I say be like 3-6 Mafia in this game.
All I hear is one song in my head. I just want to see where it goes.
I want to see where it goes.
That's the only song that is.
Come on, y'all gotta get it to
it. Yeah, I think everybody got it. Yeah.
Okay, I seen a couple of them, man.
Oh my God, really?
Man. I'm not that type
Come
to
on.
get involved in long relationship. Taking trips and I guess I'm sorry I'm not on. Nah, boy, we ain't serenading that.
That's not that one.
We finna hit a motherfucker. That's what you gotta do. Hit a motherfucker. Or tear the club up. What you got? Tear the club up. You got hit a motherfucker. We run this. Like I said, what it all boils down to is you have to assert dominance on both sides of the ball. Do I need to play the clip one more time? Let's play the clip one more time. Hey, what you got? You got to do it right, Mike.
Oh my God.
K-Styles, get the graphic.
Get the graphics.
We're getting ready to run the piss off. We're running the fucking doors. I got you. We're going to the fucking game. It's shade, bro.
That mindset right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you got these old ass receivers. Mike, you just said it. You got guys that want to hit people. What's the one thing Julio Jones don't like happen to him? He don't want to get hit. Not at this stage of his career. Leonard Fournette look like he damn sure don't want to get hit because he only ran the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
Like you said, Mike Evans don't want to get hit. Hell, if he go on the offensive line, you think Shaq Barrett don't want to get hit. Devin White don't want to get hit. Levante David does not want to get hit. This is essentially another one of those run the damn ball games. Show this media that these Falcons are not scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best way to do it. Tampa Bay is a finesse team. How do you counter finesse? As Falcons fans, we know how you counter damn finesse. We've been finesse for so damn long. How the hell teams counter that?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm gonna ask both of y'all. How did teams counter the Falcons' finessing ways for years?
Muck the game up, as I always say. If you don't got if you is not as talented, what did the Detroit Pistons do to Michael Jordan? Beat him up, knock him out the air. Don't let him take flight.
Somebody gonna get their ass
Hey,
kicked.
do whatever it takes.
Somebody gonna get their wrist hit. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Beat 'em up.
Intimidate them. Exactly. Intimidate them. So I agree with you, Kay. Like in this game, like being physical. That's why I said this Falcons team can beat any team in the league. When you play that physical brand of football, like when you're gonna run it regardless, and it's funny that we keep saying like run the ball, like that's gonna be in the 3 keys every single week because that's the identity of this team now. Like the Dirty Birds are back. Like this is that 98 physical, grind it out. Like we just beat the Browns, who they've been known for like doing that. I said this last year when we played against the 49ers. They're another team. What y'all seen Monday? What is that, Monday night when they beat up on the Rams? We seen what happens when finesse goes up against physical. In football, usually the team that's more physical is going to win. And we seen basically the defending champs got beat up. Like the 49ers get to them. And the 49ers and the Falcons, you know, we pretty much had the same blueprint. Run the ball, be physical in the trenches. And, you know, in football, that's what wins games. Controlling the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. They still doing these 3 Cents Mafia songs. We used to be talking about we ride a split. They don't stop.
You just started something in the chat. Man.
Hey man, bro, shoot, man. That's how we do. I gotta stay fly. Till I die. I don't want to say the look. I don't want to say the other song titles that I had in my head because we definitely ain't gonna get monetized.
Nah.
But yeah, man, we got like, and Drew, I don't know if you was on the show. No, you wasn't on the show when we talked about this too, and I want to go ahead and reiterate this. If you look closely at this Atlanta Falcons rushing attack, does it kind of remind you of Greg Knapp's rushing attack from the early 2000s? Just a little bit.
Yep. I wasn't on the show, but I was watching the show. Y'all was talking about it.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Because I saw a lot of zone 1 cut and go running plays right there, and I like this is back at the Michael Vick era of days that a lot of us wanted. This was the running attack. We getting it back, baby. Which means, and I'm mad the Atlanta Falcons didn't give us no credit on this, but I'm gonna say this again. Run the damn ball. They just can't say it like us. So, but yeah.
Just to add on what you were saying, Kay, also, if you guys go look at some film of the 49ers with Jim Harbaugh and Colin Kaepernick, they ran a lot of pistol sets as well. And they ran a lot of double tight end, 3 tight end sets. And it looks a lot familiar to our offense. You got Frank Gore running that thing in the backfield. You got Vernon Davis. We remember I think it was 2012 NFC Championship game. I don't want to remind you guys of, but Vernon Davis, Kyle Pitts and Vernon Davis are really similar in their play style. Both vertical, can get vertical, very good tight ends, great running attack, a quarterback that can run the ball. it looks a lot similar to Greg Knapp and also that Jim Harbaugh style offense where you had all of those tight ends and it was a physical game. And we seen that team get to the Super Bowl. So this Falcons team, man, like I said, I love this offense. It's the throwback offense. Like you said, the DVD days, it's a throwback. But when you're running that ball for 200 plus yards a game, it's tough to stop. And in the fourth quarter, you don't want to tackle at that point. You don't want to come up and make that tackle, boy.
Yeah,
You've been getting hit all game, 225-pound running backs coming at you.
This is why I said I the new name for this offense is the Butterhead offense. hey, hashtag Butterhead offense. I know ain't nobody else calling this that offense.
K-Style, tell them what you mean by that. Because they probably like, what the hell is K-Style talking about?
Well, why we call it the Butterhead offense is it ain't the prettiest thing in the world. And it's a bad motherfucker at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Which means as long as it's effective, as long as it does what it needs to do to keep the thing floating, we good. It ain't got to be no 300-400 yard passing games. We ain't got to be having those games where we throw the ball for 350 yards and run the ball for 50 yards. Hey, man, I'm loving it. I feel like a little kid again. The hair says she a foe, but she's soft though.
Man, y'all wild, man. Let me look. Y'all know I get irritated a lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit irritated. But can you get the ding-a-ling out your mouth, man? Can you get Marcus Mariota ding-a-ling out your mouth? I'm so sick of everybody talking. Why are y'all so obsessed with this man? We're 2 and 2. Why are you so obsessed? Everybody knew that he wasn't that great to begin with. So why are you expecting? Man, why if Marcus Mariota play better? If he play better? Look, he's never going to be Matt Ryan. He's never going to be Tom Brady. He's never going to be Drew Brees. He's never going to be Ben Roethlisberger. He's never going to be any of those guys. So why are your expectations? This is why you build teams. This is why you got guys like Kyle Pitts on your team. This is why you got running backs like Tyler Algier, Cordero Patterson. You put a plethora of receivers around him. Drake London. This is why you put weapons around him so he doesn't have to do everything. All right? Stop. This is why you build defense. This is why you give guys like Grady Jarrett extensions so he can cover up for what he doesn't do. This offense is designed to run the damn ball. Okay, and chew up the clock so the defense can come on the field and close it out for him. So Marcus Mariota doesn't have to be perfect. We praise teams like the Baltimore Ravens defense, the team. This is the exact same build. Let me repeat that.
Say that again.
The Baltimore Ravens team is the exact same build. The 3-4, they ran the ball. And all they did was just, all right, hand the ball off to Jamal. Pass the ball to the tight end, Shannon Sharp. Every once in a while, a wide receiver would get a big play. But they would chew up the clock, play defense, and they would win game 10-3, 17-3, 17, 21-10. You praise them, but on one hand, the Falcons, we don't want to give those accolades and that praise to this team. Why? Why K-Styles? Why did you? I'm still trying to figure out that. We praise great defense all the time, but we doing the same thing. And we looked down upon.
See, I think what it comes down to is because we're in a day and age where the quarterback is kind of like the apex of what you look at a team as what you look for in a team is you look at the quarterback and then everybody else kind of doesn't matter. Well, I won't say doesn't matter, but the hype is with the quarterback and it's like, oh, if your quarterback is up here, elite numbers, doing all this stuff, then now your team looks good. Now like I said, the focus is going to be on the quarterback. See, this is my thing. ESPN, Fox Sports 1, AJC, Falcoholic, y'all can shut that shit up now. Y'all gotta keep that same energy we've been hearing for since March. I don't want to hear nothing about no praise or this team could be a surprise team. I done heard this team was the worst roster in football for 7 months. Not, okay, they may not be contending, but there is a possibility that they can surprise people. No, we've literally seen these programs and these platforms literally come out with a 2023 mock draft before the damn season even started.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through three. I had to go through since the end of the 2022 draft. I literally had to go to Bleacher Report and All Online talking about a mock 2023 draft. So all you goofies can shut that shit down. You know what? I'm gonna put the damn graphic back up just because. Let's put that. I'm put the graphic one more time. You see this? Look at it again. Oh yeah, AJC too. Y'all can kiss my ass too. But this is the stuff that we have to look at on a daily basis as Falcon fans. When your own sports media doesn't even support your own team, this is where we come in at. We give y'all that little glamor of hope. But let me tell you something right now. And Mike said it before. He said it earlier. He said, y'all better hop on the bandwagon now before it gets too good. Now that shit closed once the season started. You better get some damn binoculars. So when we see stuff like this, yeah, because I remember it was like Good Morning Football America talking about, I love this Falcon team. I think this is the first time we could say that we love this Falcon team. I love the grit and grind, and I love the attitude, and they could be the Cincinnati Bengals of last year. I'm like, you motherfuckers went on a whole tangent about the Falcons being 2-15 for the whole offseason. The team hasn't changed. But let me tell y'all something what has changed. The perception of the Falcons, the fact that they not as finesse as what they expected them to be. So if anybody tell y'all anything, this is the most fun I done seen the Falcons football team in a good little while. Because you know why? Because nobody believes in us. Nobody want to give us a chance. Guess what? That's how you fucking build. That's how you build success down the line. You build the fucking team from the ground up. You build the foundation, which is your trenches. That's what they building on. You run the football. Keep the same energy. We gonna keep our same energy. Go ahead, y'all. What y'all got?
I'll say this. I think that teams and the media, they're starting to take notice of this team. Like I talked about in this last game, I really think that this that game against the Browns really opened up a lot of eyes for a lot of people. I happened to be in the State of the Saints. TJ Jones, y'all know that's one of my guys. He's a Saints fan, and I happened to be in his show the other day, and he actually stated that he think the Falcons might win this division.
Oh,
I was like,
he did. Now
he
did.
he did. Y'all have to go. Y'all gotta go run.
Now you want to say, "Oh, the Falcons
Yeah, look, y'all might have to go run the tape back. I think it was like a couple days ago. I just happened to pop into a show, and of course he drove all the Saints fans crazy. But he was like, looking at this Falcons team, I don't know if y'all watching. I hate to say it. I think the Falcons could win this division. He said, I think that they're the most well-coached team in the division. And this is what we've been trying to preach to our fans. I said, we try to tell him. We try to tell him about Dennis Allen. We talked about it prior to him going on the show with AFN when we played the Saints. We said Dennis Allen's not Sean Payton. And in this instance, I think that's what it is. A lot of people are starting to realize, like, man, what the Falcons are doing is impressive. They found a winning formula, and you can tell when a team is disciplined. I don't know if you guys, have been paying attention even to just the small, intricate details we talk about in regards to penalties. I don't remember how many penalties we had in this last game, but I know it hasn't been a lot of penalties. When I've been watching, we've cleaned a lot of that up, and that's coaching, not getting penalties. Another thing that I think is going to be big in this game, and that's why you guys got to check out the graphic or the video breakdown that Baldy did of Taquan Graham. He showed during those screen passes how Taquan Graham was smart enough to not take the bait. He was rushing the passer, and all of a sudden it looked like Brissett wanted to dump the ball off to the running back, and he just ran right over there to Nick Chubb. Like, I'm taking this away, eliminated, and made him have to scramble with the ball. That's coaching, and we always talked about having those smart players. Dean Pease always talks about not just having athletes, but guys that are smart and understand situational football. If you guys go and check out that Taquan Graham breakdown that Baldy did, it was great on just showing how well coached this team is. I mean, I was just like, man, and that's something in this game. We know that Leonard Fournette loves to get out, and Tom Brady loves to get the ball out of his hands quick on those screen passes, and they was all over it on Sunday. Like, we were not giving up nothing in the screen game to either Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt. So I really think that a lot of people are starting to take notice. Like, man, this team is special, and I don't think a lot of people are really talking about this is going to be a playoff atmosphere type game Sunday, because we win this game, we take first place in the division. I don't think a lot of people are realizing that. Of course, Falcons fans may know, but we can take hold of this division and be number one in the division if we win this game. And also in this game, we've never beat Tom Brady, which I thought was something that's huge. But this is the year I think that the Falcons overthrow Tom Brady and finally knock him off. So he came out of retirement just to get beat and blemish his record. So I really think this is a huge game. Like, the Falcons got this game circled. A lot of people think like they don't really care. Those players deep down, they care, man. Like, they might be telling you, as Mike has told you guys, Arthur Smith be lying to the media. They got bulletin board material. Trust me, they're coming into this game and they're going to take this personal, because we remember last season when we played the Buccaneers, how they blitzed Matt Ryan like crazy in that first game, to the point where they got like 2 batted balls, 2 pick sixes in a row, and they kind of embarrassed us late in that game. Trust me, these players that's on this team, they took that personal, and they're going to show it on Sunday. And this team is gritty. So we're going to definitely This gonna be, like I said, a playoff atmosphere type game on Sunday.
And let me get this $5 super chat out the way from Myron Jackson. Said $5 said Smash Mouth football, time of possession, where's our defenses? Arthur Smith stated that he had a great plan and did not show this in preseason. Now, let's say preseason is pretty much vanilla play calling anyway. It's just, okay, we just going to give you the basic plays. It's just like a membership. You got basic, you got silver, then you got gold. You get the minimum, but if you pay top dollar, you're going to get everything. And this game, I don't want to hear anything about Tom Brady's divorces and everybody being hurt and all that. Falcons still the worst roster in football. This is what we've heard all offseason. Like I said before, the roster hasn't changed at all. There ain't no difference here.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, these boys is listening. And they plan to prove y'all wrong. I see they talking about TJ. They talking about the Saints podcast. Yeah, that dude tried to clown us over it. He tried to clown the AFN crew over there, man. Yeah. He need to keep that same energy, bro. Because he said there was gonna be a 400-yard passing offense, and that Pete Carmichael was gonna make them better than what Drew Brees would. Not like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know what? My thing is that, like I said, like everybody get things wrong, but be man enough to come out and say you apologize, and don't go on internet and try to go out of your way to make us look bad. And that's why I have a major problem, because y'all know how I can get down. I'll make sure that everybody in the whole world knows TJ for the wrong reasons, okay? But we better than that. But I'll say this. The major issue that I had with that is be real. Be truthful. Be truthful in your takes. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful in your takes. And one take that I thought he was just being completely asinine with. And I'll say this to his face, all right? Ain't no fucking way in hell, all right? Excuse my language, but ain't no way in hell that Dennis Allen was gonna make y'all a Super Bowl contender, and y'all wasn't going to miss Sean Payton. That's disrespectful as hell. How can you be a Saints fan and say that you will not miss Sean Payton, one of the greatest coaches to ever coach the damn game? You're gonna say Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael, whoever the hell that is. All right, I gotta get my D'Lo Brown on. I can't, y'all pissing me off with that crap. Some damn Pete Carmichael. Y'all go 400 yards a game. You can't even protect the damn quarterback up talking about some 400 yards a game. Every offensive lineman is hurt, injured. Everybody got broken bones in their back and broken toes and ankles and ACLs. But you talking about y'all gonna pull up 400 yards. Man, hell no. Don't look. If I was in control of them YouTube, I would go and mute the hell out of it. Every time he say anything about the Atlanta Falcons. You don't deserve to say anything positive about the Atlanta Falcons after that goofy shit you said. Excuse me. Don't ever say anything positive about the Atlanta Falcons again. After you disrespect the great Sean Payton. Yeah, I said Sean Payton is great because he is great. Some damn Pete Carmichael was gonna make y'all a 400 yards a game.
But you, what do we always say over here? You can have great players, but if you ain't got great coaching, But does it
That's
really
it.
matter?
Bro, that's it.
What I think was Randy Moss' quote: "Great players can't overcome bad coaching." And one
And
thing
that-
I can say, and I agree with you, Kay, when you say keep that same energy. But I'm related to TJ, and when it comes to this, when you're wrong, and you have the right to change your mind. And one thing I can respect about him, especially being a Saints fan, because I know it hurt him to say it. When you see different, as I always tell people, use your eyes. I use the eye test.
It's
We
easy
told
when
them
you get your ass kicked. You ain't got no choice.
there you go. Use your eyes. We told them in week 1. We said the Saints knew they shouldn't have won that game in week 1, and they haven't won a game since. We told them they lost to the Panthers, the Vikings.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they lost to Baker
Lord.
Mayfield. Yeah, we told them. Y'all told them then that.
What?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. Y'all told them then that the Saints were struggling, and we told them that, like as Mike said, the great Sean Payton's don't grow on trees. Great coaching don't grow on trees. We said that then. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I can respect TJ for is, like I said, I had a whole bunch of takes. You guys know I love me some Dante Fowler. He didn't get it done when he was here.
Ooh, Lord,
period.
man, my big Beasley takes, boy. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta at some point you gotta face the music. Some of us were saying Isaiah Oliver. Now we all singing his praises, but let's be real. Everybody was calling Isaiah Oliver a bust at one point. Let's just be real. Mike was the only one backing him. Everybody else, including me, was like, Isaiah Oliver is a bust. Isaiah Oliver, he can't fit this scheme. He need to be on another team. So at the end of the day, shout out to when you know better, you do better. So at the end of the day, I didn't come to take a shot at TJ. All I'm saying is at least he even taking note that
you ain't got
I know you take a shot, Spike, but I didn't come to take a shot. I'm just saying he realized, and that's the enemy. We know the Aints ain't gonna never say nothing positive usually about the Falcons. So this is one of the biggest YouTubers.
Oh man, they fan base is lashing out at every goddamn body. They mad right now.
Yeah, man. So
oh my God. Oh, but yeah, like I said, that is what it is on that one. But like I said, I'm not taking my foot off the fire when it comes to these media folks, boy, because y'all asses ain't no goddamn better.
Yeah, they don't got no excuse. We coming for their neck.
Exactly. And Bridget said earlier about Aaron Freeman. Oh, and then I had to hit somebody up on this thing too. Where she put it at? I just had it. I forgot. Yeah. She said, like, lame ass Aaron Freeman got the nerve to say we beat the Browns without Myles Garrett and Clowney. They try to say the Browns is not a good team. Yeah, some goofy from ESPN said the same damn thing. I don't know who the hell that was. Like, but the Browns.
This is the number one rushing offense in the league. Number one running defense in the league. I mean, they're a top run defense, but they're the number one running team, and somehow it don't count. Like, huh?
No, I'm like, because I'm looking at it like, okay, if the Browns are one of the top 10 teams in this league, per se by everybody, and you said the Falcons only beat them because they didn't have Myles Garrett or Jadeveon Clowney, is that team really even worth being that high if it's one player?
I was about to say that. Like, you're still a better team than us because we're considered the worst roster.
We're the worst roster in football. So, and I knew exactly when that game happened, if we was gonna win, that was the first thing that was gonna come out. No, when you have Atlanta sports media, you got folks like Terrence Moore, you got Aaron Freeman, you got the Falcon Hall, you got these folks. They won, but when you hear that but, you know some bullshit about to come.
My thing is that just we beat the Cleveland Browns. My thing is when we lose to teams we shouldn't be losing to, y'all say that we need to do better and just beat the beat up the. Well, the Falcons have had an issue for quite some time losing the team they shouldn't be losing. They're more talented too. So on one hand, y'all want to say, all right, we need to beat the teams what we're supposed to beat. Where if, let's just say if, all right, the Falcons with the Browns with Clowney and just went blank with his name. I don't know why I want to say Bradley Chubb, but the defensive player for the Browns. If those guys played, why they still should have been.
Did they be on Clowney?
Garrett. Like why is it that narrative don't stick for those? Why is it just the Atlanta Falcons? The Atlanta Falcons, that narrative only pertains to the Atlanta Falcons. You should beat the teams that you're better than. They're clearly a better roster. They clearly have a better roster than the Atlanta Falcons on offense and the defense. The offensive line has been together for at least 3 years. You have the defensive line, good linebackers, a great secondary. They have no reason to not beat the Atlanta Falcons when the Atlanta Falcons passing game is still struggling right now. They haven't found their rhythm. You have a rookie wide receiver, a second-year tight end, and Kyle Pitts. We have Felipe Franks, who was the third tight end, and Parker Hesse, who was a career practice squad tight end. Why in the hell did y'all not beat us? Those are the things that I'm talking about. So Aaron Freeman, if you did say that, you got some explaining to do. Tell me why. All right, please tell me why. All right, tell me why.
Tell me why. Ain't nothing
I knew it was coming.
Tell me why.
I was waiting for that sound to catch it.
I want it down.
But tell me why. That's all I want to know. Y'all explain that to me. That's all I want to know. I just wanted to make it make sense. You always say make it make sense. Make it make sense to me.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and wind it down for the night, people, man. Definitely good show. Go ahead and do this right. So we gotta hit you with the we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the Heavy Hitters. We gave you the 3 keys. Won't you go ahead, hit them subscribe buttons for everybody. 6Man K Styles, Mad Mike Sports, Jew Talk Sports. Make sure you leave your questions in comment sections. You can hit us up, Twitter, whatever. Leave your questions. Hey, man. Your questions can be part of this show. So y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Dirty Bird Thursday over on AFN. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the
Deuces.